And next I'll put one on the board. No sneezing, please. Mr. Shallow, give him a peanut butter sandwich.
I already ate it.
Oh, you already ate it? Okay.
Why, you want me to bring it?
No. He needed something because he's sneezing over there. All right, now before you start this one, look at it real good because you may be able to do something else before you do. Huh? Square root of x squared minus 7. Like I said, before you start it, look at it real good. The reason I'm showing you this type problem is because sometimes they may throw one like this in. What's the difference in the ones that you've been doing? Well, the ones that you've been doing usually have dt or dx on the top. This one has x on the top. So you might want to pull out your old buddy u. See if you could finagle it. Because if you could finagle it with u, it's about half as much trouble as trig substitution. Of course, what could u equal?
X squared minus 7.
Good job. You beat Miss Anthony by a millisecond. Right, Miss Anthony?
Mm-hmm. It's not her first.
Yeah, she's trying to wean off.
No one ever said that to you.
I'm gonna get this whole class or against you before it's over with. They're gonna all think you're a drug. They're gonna hit you up for some drugs. Is what they're gonna do.
I got you.
So you could make u equal to x squared minus 7. Therefore, du is equal to what? 2x what? 2x dx. Oh, we got a dx and we got x, but we don't have a what? We don't have a 2, and we put a 2 in, and we put a 1/2 out front. And now we have 1/2 of what? Du over u, square root of u. So now that we manipulated, and that's all this is, manipulation. Now we've got 1/2 antiderivative of du over square root of u. Now y'all finish it out.
Is this something we were doing before the last thing of the last class, or is this like the last thing?
This is just regular u substitution integration.
Oh, so this ain't the partial fraction.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
No,
that's
this
all.
is
Like, it was-
this problem would be in your on your test. It would be in the problems with trig substitution, but you don't use trig substitution. You could, and use the square root of 7 quantity squared. So A would be the square root of 7, and you could do it, but you don't have to, because that X is not DX. Now this DX was up here, or you just had 1 right here, then you would have a trig substitution problem. But this one can be done more easily with U substitution. Now, of course, what have I told you about radicals? They don't mix. So 1/2 antiderivative of U to the 1/2. Sorry, negative 1/2 du. Now I'm going through a lot of baby steps here because I know some of y'all need it because you hadn't done U substitution in a while. So what do? Y'all forget it. So what is that going to be? U to the what? Over 1/2. Oops, sorry, not take that out. Now I'm going to let y'all finish it. Yeah, just come on in whenever, that's fine. IHOP, you know, was IHOP good, you know? Actually, I woke up this morning at 7:30. Of course, I didn't have any help. He was knocked out. He was supposed to be my alarm clock.
You really expect me to get up early all
What'd you say?
I wanted to stay with my mama, so I didn't have to get up that early.
Don't. If he stayed with his mama, he'd sleep till 10 o'clock. Don't get me started. No, actually, when school is in session, he wants to sleep till 8 o'clock. But when school is out, he runs around at 7 o'clock in the morning. Daddy, wake up, wake up. All right, so what happens to the 1, 2, and the 1/2 and the 1/2? They cancel, and you're left with the square root of U. And what is U? You plug it in, back in, you get the square root of x squared minus 7 plus c. So the reason I picked this problem out is to show you that sometimes you might be able to get by with just regular old U substitution. So you might want to put a flag on this one just so you'll see it. Let's see if I can find another one. Well, I don't have it. Yeah. Another one is like this. Let me find one in the book. I'll give you another one, and y'all can work it. Antiderivative of x, again, the x is in the top. Square root of 1 plus x squared. I'll let y'all work that one. You know, I hadn't said too much about Creepy Cruz and his whining about Trump.
No, I tried to start a conversation.
You didn't say anything about Creepy Cruz.
No, I started talking about policy.
Oh, you know I'm gonna jump on Creepy Cruz because I don't like him.
I thought Hillary would be big.
No, I'm beginning to hate Creepy Cruz more than Hillary. At least Hillary can take a punch. Creepy Cruz can't take a punch. He gives them, but he can't take them. Oh, I didn't have anything to do with that. Bull crap. Did you see the latest news?
What do you say?
Who's the pictures? Melania's naked pictures or half naked pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Guess who they were sent to? Carly Fiorina. And he didn't know about it. Whatever.
They sent that to her.
I guess she had it done.
Carly did.
Yeah. So I was wrong about her. She's a weasel just as much as he is. She's wanting that vice presidential position is what she's wanting.
It's quite the show this year.
What?
Quite the show this year.
I ain't kidding you. I ain't never seen double standards. I mean, Ted Cruz is worse than any of the politicians we got now. I'm gonna punch at you, but you can't punch back.
Well, then again, they all suck, so.
Well, not all of them. You talking about all the politicians? Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But how does our commander-in-chief, how does he react to the Brussels?
What round? Well, sprouts.
He goes golfing.
No, he goes to Cuba to a baseball game, and then he goes tangoing.
Did you see where they went to, like, Argentina or wherever?
Tangoing. They were tango dancing in Argentina.
And his kids wanted to meet one of the best soccer players in the world. And guess what?
What?
They didn't get it. I was so happy. I mean, they think that's crazy how they go from 0 to nothing. They think they can have anything in the world.
Yep.
And, oh, Daddy, I want to go see the sea.
I didn't even know that.
They couldn't make that happen. See?
So what does U is equal, DU is equal to what? 2x dx, and of course you got your, so you need to put, take your red virtual marker and put a 2 right here and put a 1/2 out here. So now we've manipulated the problem, and we've got 1/2 antiderivative of du over u, and that's going to be equal to 1/2 u to the, well, that's going to make what? I done got confused. Square root. Thank you. And that's going to be negative 1/2 du. There. And now you can finish it out. It becomes about the same thing as the one we just did. So I guess the best thing for you to do here is in your notes, you might want to take your highlighter out and you would highlight this right here. And then on the previous question, you would highlight this and put a big note, not trig substitution. I mean, you probably could use trig substitution, but what would that X, what would it represent? Well, yeah, but what else would it represent in terms of you working on the problem? Instead of plugging in one or two things, you're going to have to plug in what? One more thing. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to plug in where you're usually just plugging in dx. You're going to have to plug in x, then dx, then x right here. You remember what I'm talking about? It's just another what? It's another step. So, yes, you probably could work it out, and it probably would be okay, and it probably would give you the same answer, but why do the extra work? Unless you're just into whips and chains and things like that. Okay? So let's do a nerd. Well, not like this. We're going to do another one just to refresh your trig substitution. And then we'll move on. I think the next one I got, I don't know, I got one or two. So, antiderivative of x squared dx, and this is trig substitution, over 9 minus 25
You have a work email.
x squared. I'll make sure I copied that down right. I'm looking, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Shower. Always on your toes. It's that peanut butter and jelly.
What's that on top? X squared.
dx. I don't know what that is.
No, that's the original equation. I was trying to.
Oh, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. There, is that better?
Oh, that's a DX.
Y'all suck. There's another hour in here. Mr. Brooks, gonna make a biscuit run?
As long as your credit card don't bounce again.
I got cash today. I got cash, okay? And I've done paid my electric bill, and my credit card is fine, thank you. How many people we got?
Too many. That's 5. Wait, old buddy just went out, so that's 6.
Count.
Oh, I thought you had that.
Yeah, with a monitor right here.
5, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay, so now ask the majority. Which one? Buttered, not buttered, chicken, or sausage?
Sausage.
Get a list.
Hey, what y'all want?
Just that, those 4 choices. Because y'all be asking for whipped cream and stuff on there. Just take a piece of paper, put the choices across the top. Buttered, not buttered.
Really this hard to get a count.
Well, since
What kind of
there's,
biscuit you want? Just pass it down.
out of the 4, buttered, not buttered, sausage, chicken. What did he say? What did he say? As long as that chicken. See, that's what I have to deal with. You buy somebody free biscuits, and Mom, you want to, as long as it's chicken. And guarantee you, there'd be somebody in here whose face blows up like this if they eat chicken. All right? And then there'll be somebody in here, well, I don't like chicken, even though they're free. I don't like it.
Hey, you know what old
Well, you take your hand, you pick up the chicken, and you pull it off.
you know what old Henry Ford said, don't you?
What?
He said you have that Model T in any color so long as it's black. That's what he told me.
I never heard that.
Yeah, you know, whenever they first come out with them cars, they don't have.
Have y'all seen the anniversary edition or whatever of the Trans Am?
No.
It was on Facebook with Burt Reynolds signing. There's like 70 or 80 made,
I bet they're gonna cost a fortune.
and he signed every one of them. Signed the seats of every one of them. And he's 80 years old.
Who did now?
Burt Reynolds.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
You didn't hear me. You must not have heard me.
No, I
Okay.
didn't know.
Anyway, I always wanted a black Trans Am because I was 11 years old when that came out, and I had it all over my room. I wanted a black Trans Am. If I won the lottery, I don't like cars. I think I would actually go and buy one of those.
Did you ever watch Fast and Loud? You ever heard that show? Well, anyways, there's this guy out in Texas and he picks up old cars.
Yeah, and he redid a Trans Am.
Well, he bought one and then he got Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then he brought a big truck full of beer to New Orleans for his buddy. And
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one episode.
he made like 50 grand off of it.
I think I saw it because I think somebody had emailed me or somebody had texted me and said, you need to turn it to this station, blah, blah, blah. And it was when he bought it and took it down there, and Burt Reynolds looked like he's about 100.
Looks like he's about to die.
I know, he does. He looks awful. But he signed the
Dashboard.
what do you call the thing down in the glove compartment, the cover. Did it with a silver or gold pen, Sharpie. And he had on these purple sunglasses.
He was on cloud nine.
Yeah, he probably.
But once he put that Central on that boat part, that car's value doubled.
Oh, doubled, maybe tripled. How many did you get?
Well, you gotta put what you want, right?
Oh, that's very. Who did this? That, you know what that means right there? That means that you are making an A in critical thinking. I want to.
I was gonna say,
He
we'll
wants
put you
chicken.
some.
Get him a chicken and get me a steak and egg. It's my master. I'm the master of this universe, and get a large Dr. Pepper. Large Dr. Pepper. There's any money left that you said.
You can get like a VIP card wherever you go.
All right.
Thank you.
If you need any more money, just I'll pay you when you get back.
Alright.
All right. So, I done forgot what we were doing. Oh, okay. So this looks like sign because the A comes first, but somebody help me out. So the first thing I would do, especially if you suck at this, is rewrite it in terms of A and X. Okay, so that's going to be x squared dx over square root of 3 squared minus 5x quantity squared. So now you know A is equal to what?
3.
A is equal to 3, and X is equal to 5X. So now you know that X is equal to 3/5 sine of X. All right, take off from that. Find dx. And then do your thing to finish the substitution of theta. Now y'all should be able to do this. We've only done like 6 or 8 problems like this, or 5 or 6.
How do you figure that's 3/5 sine X?
What do you do?
I thought it was just A in front of the sign. Or is it A over?
Did I write something down wrong?
Well, it's probably me that messed up. I just
What?
stuck it again or whatever. It's probably me that messed up.
You just said 5x equal to 3 sine of x and then divide by 5.
Oh.
Yeah, this would be, yeah, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. Hold on. What is x? 5x, I skipped a step. Five x is equal to 3
Oh, okay.
sine of x. It's my fault, I skipped a step. So x is equal to 3/5 sine of x. Now, since Miss Anthony loves sine and cosine so much, what is dx, Miss Anthony?
Cosine.
Yep. 3/5 cosine of x. Dx. Okay, so there's all that. Well, actually, it's theta. Since we're switching to sine, you got to switch it to theta because they just don't want to do it wrong. So make sure you change your x's to thetas. So this is your first part of part 1. Now your last part is we're going to take the square root of, or the square root of 9 minus 25x squared, and we're going to actually substitute that in. So we got to substitute this in because we got to get everything in terms of what?
Sine and cosine.
Theta, yeah. Sine and cosine of theta. We go from x to theta, and then from theta back to what? Because once you start as x, you got to what? End in x. Once you start in a fraction, you got to end in a fraction. You start as a mixed number, you got to end as a mixed number. So I'm going to take my handy dandy radical, and that's 9 minus 25. And what is x? X is equal to 3/5 sine theta. So 3/5 sine theta squared. That's going to give you 9 minus 25 times 9 25ths sine squared theta. And that's nice because what happens to the 25s? And you get 9 1 minus sine squared theta, which is what? 3 what? Cosine theta. So now we've just done part 1. So now take part 1, plug and chug, and do part 2. No sneezing in class. All right, take these three things and plug them in. So X is
Priority
this.
1 message coming
that's
in
gonna
on
be
secured channel.
Antiderivative of parentheses squared over parentheses times parentheses. So 3/5 sine of theta goes in here. 3/5 sine of theta goes there. Dx is what? 3/5 cosine of theta d theta. 3/5 cosine of theta d theta. Actually, I better fix that or somebody's going to say something. Isn't that supposed to be inside the parentheses?
You're on the right side of the board, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, a
right.
little bit.
Sucks. That's not square, is it? No. Over 3 cosine theta. All right, clean that up. Because now it's nothing but algebra. A little bit of trig. Not much trig, just algebra. I mean, that 3/5 is what, 9/25, and then you got another 3/5, and what? And that 3, where can all that come? Where can all that go? Outside. So that's 3/5 to the third power over 3, and all that can come out. And then the cosines, what happens to the cosines? And all you're left with is sine squared theta d theta. And what did we do in the previous section when we had a sine squared theta? Change it to what? You are awesome.
Can you say that one more time?
No. Drug addicts only get one. So,
Priority
I'm
1
gonna
message
knock a
coming
couple
in
of
on
steps
secured
out.
channel.
3/5 to the second power, 3/5, that's these two, over 3 times the antiderivative of sine squared theta cosine theta d theta over cosine theta. And the cosine thetas, they cancel. And you're left with a cluster. So let's go ahead and fix this. That's 3 to the third power. And that's 75. 27 over 75. Well, I'm going to do the top first.
Do 125.
Yeah, 125, thank you. So that'd be 27 over 75, 125, and then divide by 3 over 1, which multiply by 1 over 3, that'll cancel there, 9. I got 9 over 125. Y'all check me. Antiderivative of the sine squared theta, d theta. Okay, finish that out, get the derivative, the antiderivative, and then move on to the part 3. And part 3 is changing it back over to what? The x, yeah. Which you would use x is equal to 3/5 sine of x. So you'd solve that for sine of theta. So you can do that. If you can't, then just consider yourself a failure. Please. You're supposed to be working. What are you doing?
I'm having an important conversation.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I've actually gotten pretty far, farther than I normally do on this stuff.
Oh, so what does that mean? You're learning how to manipulate?
You're so funny. I had that conversation with my mom. I was like, Mom, are you manipulating?
Oh, are you gonna tell her that Hubert said you were?
She was like, yeah, I am pretty manipulative.
See?
Okay, let's get it from her.
And I tell you what, most wives, you know how they get by? How do I say this? They lead the household by letting him think that he's leading the household.
Even though we know he's not.
Exactly. That's what most women do.
And how do they do that?
That's the part of being a woman the man can't understand. Because the men are just sitting there going, I'm in charge. All right, I'm just going to start on another page. All right, what do we got? 9 over 125, antiderivative sine squared theta, d theta, is 9 over 125. Antiderivative of 1 minus cosine squared theta, d theta. 9 over 125. Antiderivative of 1 d theta minus antiderivative of cosine squared d theta. And what does that come out to be? 9 over 125 times theta minus what? What's the antiderivative of cosine squared theta? I'm running into a brain bubble.
Yeah.
So 1 minus cos or sine squared, you could just use the what is it, the
Yeah.
1/2 1 minus cosine 2 theta, right?
No, I don't think you want to go that route. Well, let's see what I did.
I tried voodoo and that didn't help.
No, you can't use voodoo because it's sine squared. It's cosine, let's see. Of course, I skipped a step. Cosine squared. Let me check. You're right, 1/2.
Or you can, you can
Yeah.
cosine go 1/2.
Yeah, 1/2. What is it? 1/2 sine 2 theta? There it is. Plus C.
How'd you get that?
From the identity. Go to the, what is it? What did I call it? The half angle or full? What is it? You remember we did it in the first part of this chapter. What's it called? Miss Anthony, you said it was double angle. Is it double angle?
It's one of them. It's the half angle first, and then you use the
Yeah.
double angle after that.
Yeah, something like that.
So there's a couple more steps.
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't really expect that one in this problem, but. All right, now just go to part 3 now. In part 3, before you go to part 3, remember part 1, x is equal to what? 3/5 sine of theta. So how do you get sine of theta by itself? Divide by 3/5, divide by 3/5. That means you multiply by 5/3. And what is sine of theta? Opposite over what? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse, right? So that's the opposite. And this is the what? Hypotenuse. So this is going to be 3 minus 5x, right? Which is 9 minus 25x squared. Y'all check me. That should be what you had in the original problem. So now we can go through, well, yeah, go through and plug back in here. Which this problem is not really designed to do that, so I would take this answer right here. We'll take this answer right here in this case. Actually, this problem has parameters, and I'll tell you where they are. 0 to pi over 2. That's why they don't go any further. So you might just want to add that in as extra practice. Pi over 2. I just used the problem just so you would do the substitution. All right, so how we feel on trig substitution. We good? Anybody in here ever had trig substitution before and really sucked at it, but now you actually can do it? Okay, one person out of 30, so I'm doing a decent job. One person. Thank you for your interaction. All right, then let's move back on to what y'all really sucked at. And that's what? Partial fractions. Now, I forgot where we were. Okay, well, I'm going to start over. So,
We only did like 2 problems.
okay, well, I'm going to start over because this is something that you've never seen. Some of y'all have never seen before. So, well, that's what I'm doing, I think. Let me look and see if I did one before this. Was 3x minus 8 over a trinomial, was that one of the ones we did?
Yes.
Was that the first one or the second one we did? Okay, so we'll just start there again.
Where did he go to get the biscuits?
Probably Florida. He probably took that $40 playing video poker somewhere.
Now we can buy more biscuits.
Yeah.
My belly's about to grow.
All right, this is algebra. Okay, this is not calculus. This is a review of algebra. 3x minus 8 over x squared minus 4x minus 5. Now, the reason you can't solve this is because the degree here is lower than the degree here. If the degree here was 3x to the third, then you would use long division. Long division is always used first before you do anything, if you can use it. But in this case, you can't, so you say, cannot be done. Not enough information. What else do y'all say?
I quit.
Yeah, I quit. Yeah, okay, so when you come to a problem like that, you know, as I told in my first calculus class, nothing is that what?
Simple.
Nothing is that simple. Nothing is that easy. So you know you've got to do something with it. So, break it up into factors right here, and then that's going to be A over, I don't know, I think X, and then plus B over another part of X, and this breaks down to, let's see, 1 and 5. Okay, I got it right here. Read your notes, Hubert. 5 and 1, and that's going to be a minus and a plus. Now, where you lose people is the next step, which I'll throw in a baby step. I didn't do that the other day with y'all, so I don't know how lost y'all would actually be. Multiply the whole thing by the common denominator, which is x squared minus 4x minus 5, or x minus 5 times x plus 1. Either one. I don't care which one you do. Because basically what's going to happen is this is going to cancel, and then whatever cancels over here, you multiply whatever you don't cancel is going to be multiplied here, and whatever you don't cancel is going to be multiplied here. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to rewrite it, put a baby step in here, x minus 5 times x plus 5, and I did this in my algebra class too, x minus 5, x plus 1, that's supposed to be a 1 right there, sorry. And then x minus 5, on the right side of the board, so x plus 1. And now I'm going to take my black marker and I'm going to rewrite everything. 3x minus 8 over x minus 5 times x plus 1. A over x minus 5 plus b over x plus 1. Now, for those of you that couldn't see what happened. Now you should be able to see what happens. What happens? Well, the left side, left side cancels. No, I don't want that. So go ahead and cancel everything out that needs to cancel. Well, I'm just seeing if auto calibration doesn't help, but you can always try. And I had to find this by looking on the internet because we've had no training on these. Yeah, I think pretty much he's gone. He's not coming back. He did leave the jacket and everything. Alright, so there cancels that, and it leaves you with 3x minus 8 is equal to, and that cancels there, a times x plus 1 plus b times x minus 5. Now, when it's something as simple as this, you can pretty much just plug and chug. Now, we know that you only have two factors here, right? Two terms. This term and this term. So if we can make one of them go to 0, then we can find the other term, right? Everybody should say yeah. All right, so what will make this term go to 0? And what will make this term go to 0? So we're going to use two numbers. We're going to use x is equal to -1. And we're going to use x is equal to +5. Now, how do you know that's not going to work when you have a more complicated problem? Simple as that. If you've just got an x plus 1 and x minus 5, or if you've got x minus 2, a times x minus 2 plus b times x minus 4, then you can use this. If you just got two factors and there's no quadratics, or there's no more b plus c plus d, then chances are you can just go get by with this. So the first one, 3 times -1 minus 8 is equal to, well, if you plug that -1 into this, what do you get? 0 plus b times -1 minus 5. 3 times -1 is -3, minus 8 is negative what? Minus 11, thank you. One person interaction. B times -6. No, he's probably having to, I hope he did not go through the drive-thru. You never go through the drive-thru with an order like that, because the woman that's at the drive-thru, her head is going to explode.
Probably in the hospital now.
Yeah. You ever seen that commercial where people's head explodes and purple powder comes out?
Oh, the purple, yeah.
Yeah, that's the people that you give 6 cents to, or if you try to order more than 3 biscuits in a drive-thru, that's what happens to them people.
So you don't know where he went, you don't know if he went to McDonald's or Bojangles?
He should have went to Bojangles because that's where he went last time.
No, I saw it at McDonald's.
Yeah, you told me to go to McDonald's last time, so.
He went to
cheaper.
McDonald's, he won't be here by 10.
Okay, well, y'all just have to wait, or the next class will get it, one of the two. So B is equal to 11/6.
He shouldn't, he drives like a bat out of hell, you should see him, he's always like passing me.
I don't know what he drives, I don't know.
And drives a little black truck.
Does he?
I'm going to Red. Red is, that's
He lives in Wren?
No, I'm talking about, it's coming from here. Red's.
Well, yeah, you're on the Audubon if you're coming down 85, because people are important.
Yeah.
They're meeting with the president.
Well, see, that's
Don't
when I
really.
get on the highway, there's not a lot of people there because I get here late. Like, I don't have to be on the highway till like 8.
How? All right, so write down B is equal to 11/16.
Why don't you just
11/6.
the work you just did and shrink it up?
Because I just want to shrink this.
Well, why don't you do it?
Ungroup it.
Oh, you want to ungroup it so it can go into 5,000?
Yeah, okay, wait. Now unclick it. Now just, yeah, there. Oh, look at that. How about that?
This is so stupid. The reason it's so stupid is because in CAD, if you come from the left, you do the whole thing. If you come from the right, it'll just do that one little section. Huh? Whatever. All right. Next, plug in 5. So I'm not going to do the actual plugging in. Y'all can do that. 3 times 5 is 15 minus 8 is what? 7 is equal to 5 plus 1 is 6A. And then what happens to the B term? Gallon. 6. So A is equal to 7.6. Okay? So write those two down, plug them back in. Where do you plug them back in? Well, y'all write them down. Right here. Now, I'm going to erase this portion. It's not going to let me erase it, though.
That's called decomposition of rational function, right?
Yep. Waiting for your suggestion here, Miss.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
I want to
Incoming
make this
transmission.
go away.
Click on the
Well,
top.
unclick it.
Oh, click on the top one and shrink it and then delete. Oh. Well, never mind, I give up.
I don't understand. I can help you if I knew what you were trying to do.
I want to get rid of this.
What do you mean get rid of it? Like delete it?
Go to your eraser.
Get rid of, delete. Ah, that's similar.
You just want to erase it?
Yeah.
Instead of highlighting, go to the eraser.
Oh, I know how to use the eraser.
Instead of erasing it all, make one big circle with the eraser, and just look in the middle, it should do all
I don't think it does that on this
of it.
one.
It doesn't on this program?
Oh, no. It probably does, but we don't know because we haven't had training. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You ever get you something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't know you went to McDonald's. I thought you were going to Bojangles.
Well, that's where you wanted me to go.
That's fine. That's fine. I didn't know. I do different classes, go different places. Y'all better get you something to eat. Oh, I don't want anything to eat. Somebody find my steak and 1 chicken. I need a steak and 1 chicken.
Here's a chicken.
All right. Bring me a chicken.
Oh, maybe, yeah, this is a chicken.
And somebody look for my steak and egg.
You didn't get anything?
Yeah, like you started that. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, I'm sorry, Apple Jacks. Okay, somebody's gonna eat my dadgum steak. Okay. Oh, thank you, sir. All right, I'm erasing this because I don't know how else to do it. All right, so plug and chug.
You wanted to put a
3x minus 8 over x squared minus 54 or 4 x squared minus 4x minus 5 is equal to, what was A?
7 over 6.
What are y'all talking about?
Chris has jelly on the biscuit.
There's nothing wrong with jelly on a biscuit.
On a chicken biscuit?
That's redneck disorder. You have redneck disorder. Have you ever tried it?
No.
Okay, redneck. I can't stand when people do that. Oh, that's awful. Have you ever tried it? No.
Just the thought of it makes me want to throw up.
I put grape jelly and mustard on my sausage biscuit. And people go, oh my God! But you eat the weenies in the crock pot, right? Well, what's in the weenies in the crock pot?
Everything.
Grape jelly and what? Mustard, dumbass.
That's nasty.
Yeah. See, let's see you not eat them. All right, what's B? 11 over 6. 1 over, is it negative? And technically you get 7 over 6x minus 5, 11 over 6x plus 6 or whatever it comes out to be. And if you add these two together, you would get what? Now, let me just go on one more. If I wanted to take the integral of this, okay, let's just go back and let's see. If I wanted to take the integral of this, then now all I do is do what? Take the integral of these two. That's the whole point of doing partial fractions. This, can you factor this? No, you can't factor this by your regular factoring methods like reverse FOIL, shortcuts, or long division. So if you can't factor it, all right, then you revert to partials, okay? So this would be 7/6. 1 over x minus 5 dx plus 1/6, 11/6, thank you, integral 1 over x plus 1, and this thing is going crazy, dx. But we've had no training, so, and of course this would come up, and then you would use, let's see, I'm trying to think, not the chain rule. Chain rule is used with, you would actually have to use U substitution probably. Which, what's the derivative of x? Dx. So this is just u to the negative 1, which would be, well, it's not designed to do get 0, which is what it come out right. But it's not designed to do with an antiderivative. So. But we'll do one here in just a second with antiderivative. Okay?
Thank you for chicken biscuits.
You're welcome, man. Sorry you had to mess it up by putting something as awful as jelly on a piece of chicken, but you'll put jelly on ham. Yeah, you do.
Never
Put pineapple on ham too.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried that before and that's disgusting.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that if you've had it before and it's disgusting. But if you never had it before and you call it disgusting, you're a redneck.
Well, I'm sure.
With
I've
two
had
teeth
that.
and you're.
I'm sure I've had that at one point in my life.
No, you haven't.
That was disgusting.
You would remember it. You'd have to be quiet. All right, let's find another one. I think this is algebra. Yeah, this is algebra. I'm trying to find all my algebra ones. I don't want to mix my algebra with my calculus partial fractions, because then that would cause y'all to, yeah.
It was one we started last week, we didn't finish.
What'd you say?
It was one we started last week, we didn't finish it.
Wait, is it 4x plus 9?
Yeah.
Okay. Four x plus 9
Priority
over
1 message coming in on
x
secure
minus
channel.
1, x plus 1, x plus 4. All right, go ahead and start it. I'll tell you this, you're going to use 3 letters, A plus B plus C. But you got to do it right. What is it? There's one left, yeah. Nobody else wants one.
I woke up this morning.
You woke up this morning? I don't believe you.
You ever heard of that vertigo?
I had it this morning. I think it had something to do with the moon. I woke up and I like fell down.
I was living there in the sun, that room was just throwing
Yeah.
right there.
I think it had something to do with the sinus. I think fluid.
Yeah, this pollen is still
Thanks for breakfast.
Yeah.
Sometimes it more is just itchy.
And see if you can clear the fraction. And then after you clear the fraction, see if you can solve it. They think we're crazy, but the drinks get smaller and the biscuits get smaller. But they think we're crazy. They think we're stupid, like politicians do.
So yeah, my box computer has been shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Like seriously. My family noticed that I didn't use the plastic container. And I noticed that.
Come on, y'all, work on the problem.
Wait, so on this one is, oh, it's gonna, I got it.
Trying to talk yourself out of the problem.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll do the A plus B plus C for you. There you go. X minus 1, X plus 1, X plus 4. Now, what I do is I just go ahead and cross this out, and I bring this down. And then I ask myself, what's missing here? And I just put that up top. That's the easiest way to do it. So that's going to be A times x plus 1 times x plus 4 plus B times x minus 1 times x plus 4 plus C times x minus 1 times x plus 1. Notice how nice and neat that is. And then this starts to get, and then it gets worse, and then it just gets all funky. I'm writing the same as I did on the right side. Maybe the equinox has something to do with it.
The rotation of the earth.
That's it. Kind of like the rings on a hurricane are stronger on a certain side. Did you know that? Yeah.
Yeah, they always say that he's gonna get in more and get the eye.
You gotta go through everything unless they just drop you in the middle of it, parachute.
Yeah, but his, that thing was the itch, And he was getting the eye, so you just ride that thing on that.
If a frog had wings. Y'all can finish the rest. So 4x plus 9, and then you do all this, and you're like, I don't want to do all that. So you just quit. How do you remember Ivan? The only one I remember is the one that New Orleans caused Bush caused it to kill all the black people. 4x plus 9. Y'all didn't hear about that?
I watched that video.
Did you? Did you see? What's his name go?
Yeah, Michael Myers. He was just like, come on,
Kanye.
He said that Bush wants to kill all the black people.
And that's the one that's gonna run for president, right?
Hmm?
That's the one.
Yeah, he's not now because he just declared bankruptcy because he couldn't handle $53 billion.
Why you married her?
All right, that's going to be x squared plus 5x plus 4. Y'all help me out. Plus b x squared plus 3x minus 4. Minus 4. Plus c x squared. Oh, that's x squared minus 1. That's a shortcut. So now it's 4x plus 9. Actually, you could have put in. Yeah, let's do that. That's too much work. Let's just plug in a -1, and I'm gonna plug in a -1. You plug in a -1, that's gonna give you -4 plus 9 is what? 5. -1 would take out this term, and it would take out this term. So it would leave you with what? B. -1 minus 1 is -2. -1 plus 4 is what? 3. So I get 5 is equal to B times -6. So B is equal to -5/6. Write that down. What else can we use? A -4? And when we use -4, -4 times 4 is -16 plus 9 is -7. I don't know why this thing adds on all these little tags. There. -7 is equal to -4 will take this one out and take this one out, but you're left with C. And -4 minus 1 is what? -5? I give up. I'm not writing this thing anymore. -5 can't even read this. -5 times what? And there's supposed to be a C, I know. -5 or -7 plus 1 is what? I can't even, where am I at? C? -4 minus -4 plus 1 is -3. Thank you. I had to get reoriented. C. So that's -15 or +15. So -7/15 is equal to C. And now what can we plug in? What will get rid of C? A -1. Have we used -1? Yes. How about a what? A +1. A +1 get rid of C? Yes. +1. So we're going to put +1.
A Gmail has just arrived.
And +1 is going to give us 4 plus 5 is what? 13 is equal to A. What's 1 plus 1? 2. That's right, class. 1 plus 4 is 5. 13/10. So now you can plug those in. So what these two problems are trying to get you to remember is how to break up a complex rational when you can't use all your conventional methods. Okay? Okay, y'all got 5 minutes before y'all explode, but let's do one more. 2x squared, and you can work on this one. 2x squared plus 4x minus 5 over x squared. Now you got a quadratic times x plus 3. Now, with a quadratic, and I'll start you off with this one, you've got to include the basis for x squared. What is the basis for x squared? X. So you have to include x. So you got a over x. And now you go back with what you got. Plus what? B over what? X squared. And then what? C over what? X plus what? And I remember my Clemson teacher telling me, if you had x to the 100th power under here, you would have to do x, x to the second, x to the third, x to the fourth, x to the fifth, x to the sixth, all the way up to x to the 100th power, whatever. Okay? So just remember that. Now, you can finish it while I call the roll and do all that stuff.
Well, what numbers would we choose?
What?
What numbers would we choose?
Well, this is where, well, you got to clear the fraction first. You hadn't cleared the fraction first. You get the cart before the horse.
I get what you're saying. Never mind.
Women.
Or is it in purpose?
No, you can do that. I mean, you can, no, you don't want to factor the top because that's going to give you your answer. Instead of plugging in -2 and -3, you're not going to be able to do that here, but once, you're going to have to use this to get your answer. So y'all work on that right quick. Where is my Reese? Let's see, this is 141. Today's Tuesday. Anthony is here. Blair is not. I was worried about Blair. He hadn't been here like in 2 weeks. He's probably drunk somewhere. Blankenship is here. Bolt is here. Brooks is here. Brown is not here. Frialdi is here. Hammer is here. Khalil is not here. He's at the movies.
I think he's dipped way too many times.
Klutz is not here. Loftus. Pickens. Rochester is here. Ryder is here. Sanders.
Oh, yes.
Sebastian is here. Schaller is here. Silver is here. Silver is not here. Darn it, Silver and Swanson I get mixed up all the time. Silver is here. Swanson's not here. Okay, Silver is here. Steedley is here. Street.
Here.
Swanson is not here.
He's probably not gonna come with me.
Yeah, he's in high school. Trayla, Wagler, Waldner, and Warsey. Okay, y'all work on this for homework. I did get a couple of belly aches and 12 dead grandmothers and 5 flat tires, so I'll extend the homework a couple of days. That's it.
Those 3 to 7.2 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask you about that because I forgot to do it.
So I don't need to hear about the 12 dead grandmothers and the 5 flat tires. Just leave, okay? If you're one of those people. Yes, sir.
I have my voter ID card.
Oh, good. Okay, let me get there. Take me a second, because this is pain to work with. Yeah, man. Y'all be good. See y'all Thursday. I'll take a steak biscuit next Thursday, okay? What?
So if I want to get another voter ID card, then I just have to go to the voter registration.
Hold on a minute. I gotta stop the, what you call
Thanks for
it.
the biscuit.
Yeah, man.